La fête, Yann Bertrand. C'est sûr, il y a
over the last 25 minutes. They gave a few seconds to the kid that got shot trying to park his car last month. And they're talking about how safe they've been able to schools and how they've maximized how good they are and all this other shit. All this other shit. Wow. Wow, the headlines are talking about schools being closed.
Façonné par Rebecca Warrior et Carla Palone, inséparables duo, elles ont imaginé leur musique en équilibre.
C'est quand même dit ouais, quelque chose de plus léger, peut-être pour équilibrer, pour accompagner ce thème joyeux.
Deux créatrices si proches l'une de l'autre, la conception de cet album a été hier.
On s'attache à cette idée de continuer à faire des choses et puis que la musique elle continue aussi et il faut trouver d'autres façons que le live.
This extended forecast is brought to you by Dynamic Funds. When it comes to investing, it's time to consider the alternatives. Dynamic Funds sees diversification differently. Ask a financial advisor how and learn more at dynamic.ca/advice.
Coming up at 8 o'clock, we will have the latest on York Region, less than 24 hours away from joining Durham, Halton, and Hamilton in the province.
And that's why they're doing quote-unquote asymptomatic testing today. Why are we doing asymptomatic testing? I don't know what that means. Your test gives you symptoms of the problem.
Hi, Brian Fulton here from Mercedes-Benz Newmarket. During these very trying times, the need for mental health care in the community has never been more important. Mercedes-Benz Newmarket understands the increasing challenges.
Doing squads come to pick you up.
That's why we're proud to support the Better Begins Today mental health campaign at South Lake Regional Health.
Sakes, man. Please, keep fucking
during February and March. Mercedes-Benz Newmarket will donate to Better Begins Today.
SIU called in after knife-point robbery with Bathurst and Front Street.
You're listening to All News Radio for sure at 7:54. Wounded Warriors Canada has started a new program to help families of first responders who have died in the line of duty deal with grief.
As the man was fleeing, a police cruiser struck him.
With the widow of an RCMP officer to find out how the program has helped her.
Juvadon's husband was a huge part of their family unit.
He was a
yeah, about half,
great dad, and a big presence in our lives that was missed.
It's a complex process to deal with the sudden trauma and grief of losing a loved one on the front lines. That has been made even more difficult with the pandemic.
Oh, now you're at war. Hey, how come you're not allowed to join the fucking army? Oh, right, because you're not at war. You're law enforcement.
So you have a program.
Yeah, you got veteran officer. At what point do you become a veteran of police? Isn't that like after your first shift, technically you're a veteran?
In Toronto, I'm Brandon Rowe for City News.
Coming up in 60 seconds, we will have the 680 News Weekend Business Report with Stuart McGinn. 680 News Time, 7:55.
Everybody's looking for a change right now, dreaming of being able to pay for upgrades or renovations without taking on that financial burden. Just think about it. We renovated 3 years ago, but it still feels like there's a million things I'd like to do today. A Flexi line by Capital Direct allows you to manage your resources more effectively. Whether you could use $50,000 or $1.5 million, that cash is available to you. Call Capital Direct today at 1-800-NEW-CAPITAL.
Every dollar that goes to an officer for fucking wasting their time watching me on the internet is actually like $5 or $10. And it's money you won't get back later.
A healthy you, a healthy
Doesn't bother me one bit, officer, obvious, and detective dickhead.
Sports nutrition, and more. And every March 10th, save on tons of items, including 20% off Thayer's entire line. Plus Natura Nuo beverage, 946 milliliters, 2 for $5. Healthy Planet, serving you safely in-store, curbside, and online at healthyplanetcanada.com. Live life healthy.
680 News Time, 7:56 is now time for the 680 News Business Report.
I'm Stuart McGinn. Added to the list of things being affected by COVID-19, Canada's immigration targets. A new report from RBC dives into the figures, which show the country missed its goals last year and is on track to keep slipping in 2021. I got the rundown from senior economist Andrew Gopsowitz.
Canada in 2020 had this ambitious plan, high levels of immigration, and then, of course, the pandemic got kind of hit, and we saw significant disruption.
You're bringing in the most racist, genocidal people possible. You tell them the most horrible things about Indians.
new permanent
These
residents.
assholes argue with me, try to convince me. Why not?
One that was starting at the beginning of the year.
A big priority for the federal government, Agapsowitz says solutions are already in place to ramp up targets by 50,000 immigrants a year, but that's already looking unattainable this time around.
This response is very ambitious and probably...
The word is untenable, you fucking retard.
Limiting the flow.
This time around, yeah, because they do this in, individual sets. It's not something that happens 24/7 year round.
So where does that leave the estimates for Canadian immigration totals for 2021?
Anywhere between 250 and 300,000, which in any other year might have been a good year. However, with border restrictions remaining into effect, processing delays are considerably significant still. New applications being down.
Agapsowitz says any effects of this shortfall won't be seen quickly, and those issues are likely still avoidable.
The overall goal of immigration is to combat many of these long-term things coming up on the horizon, like population aging, which comes with increased healthcare costs.
Really? Then why are you trying to convince black people and Indians not to have kids? Because you are. You say it all the fucking time.
That's Andrew Agapsowitz, a senior economist with RBC. And at the Business Center, I'm Stuart McGinn. Scoring free.
White people's birth rate is 1.6. That's for every person. They have 0.8 of a replacement person. It's just the R number or whatever for the virus. Same thing. Below 1 means you die off. And for First Nations, it's 3.2. Yeah, we get one extra one for every 2 people. And that's how you rebuild a population after genocide, real slowly. Oh, we have to have immigration for this reason and that reason. Okay, what about 300,000 people on employment insurance and 300,000 temporary foreign workers at any one time? So obviously you're lying. It's the typical British traditional way of doing business where you have to have these people at the bottom crushed down to the bottom to show these other people, you better do what we tell you or we'll do this to you. And you sellout cocksuckers all jump on, I'll help you stomp them down. And that's why you get stomped down in this place.
First, contact your Subaru dealer to book your appointment and enjoy an incredible winter on bonus.
Taking a look around the Golden Horseshoe, we have partly cloudy skies, -11 in St. Catharines. The same goes for Hamilton. As you make your way closer to the city, Milton clear, -14. Mississauga clear as well, a little bit warmer though, -12. Same conditions and temperatures in Brampton. As you make your way to Richmond Hill, partly cloudy, -9. Right now in downtown Toronto, it's clear and -8. 680 news time.
They always talk about Richmond Hill like that. Everybody's trying to get there. So fucking slow.
For breaking news, traffic, and weather.
Oh, this is good.
This is 680 News.
Good morning. This is Sunday, February 21st. I'm Christine Ritchie.
And I'm Carl Garnish. Here's what's making news this hour.
Come tomorrow, York region will be moving into the province's color-coded framework, seeing residents hitting the gym and going out to restaurants with limits. Starting tomorrow, international travelers flying into Canada's major airports.
Keep it up, Detective Diddler. Keep it up, Detective Diddler.
Measures.
At the risk of sounding like a broken record,
Will be the
Keep it up, Detective Diddler.
it's another week of wet, slippery conditions.
Keep it up, Detective Diddler.
Before warmer weather creeps back into the GTA.
Concerns of COVID variants might be causing the hold-up in approving the Oxford AstraZeneca COVID-19 vaccine.
Might be holding up. Yeah, well, since its only purpose is to work and it doesn't, that's not. Oh, the only thing stopping it. Oh, you're dumb.
And coming up in business, a new study finds that the pandemic may be putting the brakes on what Canadians are willing to pay for electric vehicles.
680 News time, 8:01.
Time for traffic and weather together on the ones. Here's Carly W. This report is brought to you by Mercedes-Benz Durham. Not much happening on the major routes right now. We have mild construction. Northbound 400 at Dunlop, the right lane is closed.
I didn't close my fucking eyes, Detective Diddler.
We have the HOV lane blocked off. We have one collision.
I'm looking right at myself, and sure enough, freeze, frame. Right. That's not obvious. Do it again. Do it as many times as you want.
The Mercedes-Benz Durham Sprinter event. Get lease and finance rates as low as 2.99%.
I think I'll take Diddler. Well,
you're a cop and you're diddling. So why the fuck are you harassing us if you're not? Right.
And also look at the forecast, meteorologist.
You don't have an answer for that.
All right, well, it's going to be a very beautiful day across the GTA. We're already seeing that sunshine, so locate those sunglasses, spend some time outdoors, because today is really the calm before another weather maker heads our way tomorrow. -2 is the guaranteed high today, dropping that to -4.
That's a good analogy. A calm before the storm's a good analogy for weather, bro.
Temperatures are going to be rising through the overnight. Right now, it's -9 at Pearson, -8 at 680 News. Your guaranteed high today, -2.
680 News Time, 8:02.
The countdown is on. York Region is just hours away from leaving lockdown and returning to the province's red zone.
However, a number of restrictions will remain in place as officials worry about region hopping and the further spread of the COVID-19 variants. 680's Michelle Morner joins us live.